today, poor Ian. I'm just watching everything.
Last 20.
Hi, we're Ian and Julie. Follow us on our tiny homestead and our debt-free project of a lifetime, the building of our home here in the Pyrenees, and all of this alongside our full-time jobs. Another quick trip to the quarry. This time we're going for the 2040, the bigger stones.
Good morning and welcome back to the channel. I'm Ian.
I'm Julie.
And we are building our tiny 1 acre off-grid homestead here in the French Pyrenees. And we are starting off today, finishing off the Soakaway. If you saw in my last video, we finished off all the kitchen garden, all the irrigation, and we did start on the Soakaway, but
we've had a lot of rain and that project had to just be put on hold for a few days. So Ian decided, instead of scrambling around looking for stones and pebbles, which we had been doing, it was time for another visit yet back to our local quarry to get 2040 aggregate.
Yeah, we're just going to level off around the pipes and get it nice flat so we can then lay the fabric on. So as Julie said, it's been pretty wet here.
This trailer's not going anywhere. I think it's going to sink if we don't get the stones out. Decided to give it a go with the skid steer just to see if it's...
Right, I'm going to just try with the skid to see whether I can just go up the ramp and get it and pour it in. Because this stuff is horrible with a shovel. And as I said in my last video, my back's hurting a little bit. So I'm going to just give it a go. It never normally works, but I'm just thinking, why not? So I just want this level with the top of the these pipes. So as long as I can get it so the pipes are supported, that's what the idea is. Well, it's just skidding and I don't want it to wreck the trailer. Normally when you get the first few in, you can get underneath.
It's quite large and sharp, and it's just so difficult with a shovel. It's the one grade of stone that we've always not looked forward to moving. To the old-fashioned method.
Yeah, it's just too slippy for the skid at that angle. I went looking for some stones because I've got this gap at the back. Oh, look at him. Perfect.
We just need to build this back end up before we can start putting the fabric in. But we got all the stones in, so that's good. They're all in there.
Yep, we can get the fabric down now and then backfill with some soil. Been up this morning by the neighbour having a container delivered. Oh, it's just interesting to see how they offload them here in France. It's a nice little truck, and the turning he had to make into the driveway was ridiculous. So we're still thinking of a container for a project for down on our plot, a similar size actually. And that truck could probably back down our second driveway to the position we want it to. The guy helped him put it on the pads as well. Well, I think the guy did the majority of it. And just like that, he's gone. Not a bad little unit, looks quite tidy. We'll have to ask him how much it costs. Another dump. This is his third one. And just this bucket will fill his trailer, which is quite handy now. We got in quite a routine. He'll just drive up the road here and I'll dump it in and off he goes back home. First one I film, it's probably the worst one possible. Yeah, I've left a few bits and bobs there. That was quite a big bucket full and it was all wet, so it got stuck. But he's off down the road. Good. So I've just filled up another trailer full for my son of dirt. So I'm just getting used to it. But what I found is, I think I need a couple more mirrors. So I've looked at a few other telehandlers and they have a mirror looking backwards and another mirror tilting down towards the rear wheels. And because this is rear wheel steering, I'm constantly thinking about where they are. You know, is it going to hit the curb? Is it going to hit the side of the building? Because the majority of this machine is at the back. So when I do a quick turn and flip it round, I could easily take something out. So a couple more mirrors, a little bit of an expensive extravagance, but I think it's well worth it. So I'm just going to fit those and see how it goes. And then he's going to come back tomorrow. We're going to give him another bucket. It's funny, one bucket fills his trailer totally. It's about 1.1 ton. So for me it's easy. For him, he has to go home and shovel it all out. Just going to raise this one up to give me room for the lower one. So that one I can see right down onto the right hand rear wheel. That I can see behind, swinging around, I can see behind okay. And that one, the lower left hand wheel. So I've got viewage, visual all the way around. The only problem is when this arm, this boom comes up, it blocks out all view, that side and to the rear. But he can't have everything.
Oh, hi. I'm project manager still this week. I'm still out of action, but I'm up here. I can move around enough so I can de-weed. That's what I'm doing. I'm just going along de-weeding. And I just wanted to plant a few more basil seeds, and I'm going to plant some more radishes. It's unbelievable. Within 2 weeks, we were eating the radishes that I planted, and the other side to it is, we've come up one day and we thought, they're a little bit small. 2 days later, they're massive, and they've just gone slightly beyond their best. Well, the best for what we like, the taste. So I'm just going to go and check them in a moment. I think I might have to take out the rest that's there because we haven't been harvesting them for the last couple of days. And I'm going to sow another 2 rows of radishes and just keep that going all summer. Have a look at the, oh, after I said the massive, what the hell's that? Here goes. Oh,
Weird because they're all planted at the same time.
exactly. Never mind. But I am going to take these out, and it looks like I've got a case of flea beetle. Now I do have neem oil, and I am actually going to come up with a little spray bottle and spray some neem oil over all of these brassicas.
That section is all done now. Broke them all up. Some nice flat ones so the water can pour through into this section.
It's super thick.
What have we got here?
Let's have a look.
We open it out.
It's so dusty.
Yeah, I know.
No, actually, it'd be nice. We're going to, make a nice little raised bed across here just to break up that section to the field section with some nice planting and a couple of cypress firs just to break it up. You checking it all out, Freya? Quick tickle with the rake to tidy it up.
Tickle.
It's easy when you're watching. Just scattering some grass seed for now, just so it all binds together. It looks a bit nicer.
Yeah, it'll be probably a year or so, or even longer, before we dig up for this drainage.
The thing is, though, we need this turning circle for when the house does actually arrive. So we shan't be building any barriers until after the house.
Yeah.
Well, if the weather stays like this for a bit longer, this will turn green in no time.
Right. Ready?
Yeah, one-legged Jules. Yeah, yeah.
That worked.
So we've had a couple of really bad windy rainstorms, and two of my tomatoes actually, the tops snapped off, and I left them just to see what would happen, but yeah, it stunted them. You need that centre bit to allow them to come up. So I went and got two more replacement tomatoes. It's strange because all the leaves, they've curled up like this. I've never seen that before. Now this is going to be interesting for you. If you're a gardener, less than 3 weeks. Look at the root ball on this thing. Placing it with another green zebra. Let's get this one in. I've had him in water this morning. Now he'll be happy. I just need to tidy up my broccoli leaves. potato update. They are absolutely covered with flowers.
Oh, it's just very, very wet down there, so it just feels like I'm squidging into the soil. I am a bit looking at the tracks, but this is the final load for my son, I think. So he's had 6 buckets, maybe 7. This might be the 7th, and then hopefully the rest will go on top of that hill.
So we're just back from finishing up at the off-grid plot. Girls have just got their supper. And I need to check their eggs. So let's just see what we've got. Oh my goodness, it's a sea of eggs. All right, let's do a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Oops, I've been a bad mum. I didn't come and check them yesterday. So we've got 2 days worth of eggs. 8 a day again. My little girls, they had a little vacances of 2 weeks and now they're back on it. That's all my girls fed for the night, tucked up in bed. Now time for a shower and feed myself and Ian. Everywhere's still just coming into bloom, but my jasmine, I wish you could smell this. This smells so beautiful. I love this time of the year when the jasmine flowers. Even the sausages get fed before us. Oh, I'm starving tonight. Different action going on this afternoon at the compost. I haven't seen this before. Professional. So that's me, another full trailer, and in the background that's where they're preparing all the different types of piles in their different processes. Seems like, oh, here he goes. So all the raw material, all the garden waste, everything that they collect, it all seems to get put into these concrete bays that they're all numbered, so they obviously go through different phases, and then that's what's being deposited over here. So when I come each time, there's always 2 bays ready to go. Oh, it's hot today. Well, it's a weird day today. It's really humidy, sticky hot. Okay, so this visit today, it was 500 kilos and it cost me €12.50. Now my trailer looks just as full as it did the last time I came, but I've just touched it and it's quite dry. So maybe that's made a big difference. So hopefully there's enough. Ooh, big lorry coming in. Hopefully I've got enough to finish that last long bed and a bit extra, because I've got quite a few tubs that I want to repot some of my cuttings, so we'll see. I've just got to go and pick Ian up, because as you all know, Julie's not very good at driving down the drive. Ian is patient with me. I always stop at the top of the drive, beep the horn, and up he trudges to reverse. So here comes my compost. Thank you.
Yeah, it looks low.
I know, it looks a lot, but it cost me nothing this time. It's super dry. My last one was a big thud and super heavy. So hopefully this will do the job.
Well, tomorrow. Oh,
So while we've been putting our compost in my last raised bed, our son's been coming backwards and forwards, and Ian's been filling in with a ton of soil each time in his trailer. It's one way to get used to his manitou. There we go. Ready?
Yeah.
So that's the last of our beds to be filled. We've got all the compost in. I think we're going to call it a day because I can't put any seeds in. I'm going to leave it to cool down overnight. So see you tomorrow, and let's see if I get planting. Last bit of tidying up and it's finished.
Well, we haven't filmed much of this, but we're just doing a quick tidy up and we are absolutely disgusting. The sun has decided to come out, but we've tidied up all the plants that were in this area. It was all a bit of a mess. And we've moved that from our polytunnel so we can actually start little cuttings and things again. So we've just leveled it off, put some fabric down, and we're just any stones now we find, because we've finished the Soakaway, we'll just put all the little bits and bobs here, because ultimately in this space here, basically where that starts to the end of this wall here, to the where Julie is, we are going to build a shed. So that's going to be Julie's shed, and we'll put various things in there, basically gardening stuff, but also a running machine and a bike and a treadmill. Yeah. So yeah, I think it looks a bit amateurish with these stones here, but that'll all be filled up with just as we collect them.
As we say, this is only temporary. It's just so that I really do want to start taking more cuttings, all my laurel, so I can get them started here. And in a moment we'll show you where I took lots of my Mediterranean style plant cuttings. I just broke pieces off. Don't ask me what they are, I haven't got a clue, other than they're spiky Mediterranean plants. I've potted them up in these. We've got these big buckets already made with holes in, filled them with the compost, checked all my cuttings, and they've got quite like 2-inch long roots on them. So they're all potted up now, ready in storage when we finally get these banks done once and for all. So all our digging around today up the plot, yeah, we found quite a few snails, just a few. And we thought these cheeky girls might like a little snack. Oh, look at that. It's the buffet. You gotta get in there, Smokey.
Oh. Too used to bread, that's why. Come on, you gotta fight for your food.
Oh, look at that juicy snail. They don't like them.
Great, we brought all those snails back here.
Hi there. So I've just popped up to the off-grid plot this morning, and as I mentioned before, I've found flea beetle on all my cabbages. Now, it's a teeny tiny little beetle that just munches away and leaves little holes in everything. And all I need to do is, right, it's a 3-in-1 action. And all I need to do is just add 2 millilitres of this fluid to half a litre of water. I've already mixed it up. So we're going to get out there and spray these little pests. Checking all my leaves, and these were definitely not there yesterday, but yesterday there was so much activity with white cabbage butterfly. I'm not surprised I'm starting to get this. All right then. Now bear in mind, this is 3 weeks of growth, and I just can't believe the size of all my vegetables. I know somebody's already mentioned it in the comments, but everything is doing so well, apart from the fact Mr. Flea Beetle has been to visit me. I think I've done as much as I can with my brassicas for now. I've gone through every one. I've taken all the eggs off the leaves that I can find. Hopefully I shan't get any more eggs. Hopefully we've solved the flea beetle problem. But I guess that's what happens when you don't put the mesh over to protect everything. Right, I shall report back in a few days to let you know if I'm still getting flea beetle.